Hi, everyone. Welcome to Meditation Flow. My name is Pina, and I want to thank you for stopping by to check this out. And I also want to thank Healthletica for keeping us spiritually together while we continue to physically distance. It's really important for our community and for our health and well being. So, thank you. Much gratitude. So tonight, once again, we will explore our true authentic self by using yoga. And yoga is a very ancient practice. It's actually a spiritual concept and a way of life. And today we're going to be using yoga asanas, which are the postures, and we're going to be using pranayama, which is the movement of our breath, and we're going to be using mudras, and we're going to bring a couple of yoga concepts together and really try to find that centering breath and that part of us that sometimes eludes us with all the noise of the world and everything that's going on in our lives. So if you haven't already done so, come meet me on your mat. And as I always say, this is your practice and you're practicing from home. So take advantage of that. Go and grab a pillow to sit on, or a blanket or a towel to roll up and place under your knees when we're in Shavasana. It's worked very well to actually leave you in Shavasana because many people are using the meditation to help them sleep, because I hear there's a lot of trouble falling asleep these days sometimes just because of the stress and the worry. So, yeah, there's no reason for me to take you out of corpse pose if you're not having to leave a yoga studio or go anyplace else. So, feel free to get yourself out of Shavasana. And remember, the way you do that is by gently bringing movements into your extremities. Usually we start with the fingers, the hands, the feet, and we kind of flutter our eyes open and closed and kind of come back to our bearings and remember where we are in the moment. And then you can slowly rise and try to stay in that calmness. So don't go rushing right away to do another task. Maybe have a cool drink of water or some green tea and try to really keep that relaxed, meditative feeling with you throughout the day. Okay, so here we go. So we're on our mat, we're sitting comfortably, and our sit bones are feeling supported. And we're going to engage the mudra of knowledge by placing our thumb and our forefinger gently together, and our other three fingers are straight up. We turn our upward and place the back of our hand either on our thighs or on our knees. Eyes are gently closed. Our shoulders move down away from the ears. Relax the jaw. Release the belly. And for a few moments, our mind turns inward as we follow the movement of our breath. And can you sense part of you that is not your body, and it's not your thoughts. Our breath has centered us. We're here. And now with an inhalation, release the mudra. Stretch your arms up as high as you can, crossing the arms over, placing the palms on the floor or on your thighs. And drop your head, drop your shoulders. And we will begin to loosen up all the major muscle groups, all the bigger joints, and release any tension that's collected. And here you let gravity help as you feel a tug in the back of your neck and across your shoulders. Your belly is still relaxed. When you're breathing, you feel it moving in and out with the breath. And with an inhalation, uncross the arms, and exhalation, extend your legs out in front of you. Open your eyes, place the soles of your feet together, and begin to draw your feet into your body. And the closer you get, the deeper you'll feel a stretch in your hips and in your pelvis. And if you wish, you can close your eyes and drop your head and your shoulders again, and you'll feel a stretch a little deeper down your spine. And hands can be on your feet, on your ankles, or on your thighs. And connect with your breath again. Feel your belly expanding and then contracting with each breath. In yoga, we try to breathe through the nose. That tells our parasympathetic nervous system that we're okay, we're not in any distress. And as we sit here and connect to our breath, I want you to bring your awareness into the base of your spine. There's an energy center there. It's your root chakra. And the root chakra is where we find our sense of security, our sense of safety, food, shelter. And just notice that it exists. And with your eyes closed, I'd like you to imagine your connection to the earth through the root chakra. And imagine there are actual roots growing from the base of your spine, down your legs, the sole from the base of your spine, down your legs, the soles of your feet, and right down into the earth, connecting you with all of nature, all of humanity. And we now know that trees have very complex root systems that support each other and support the earth. And humans have roots as well, just like trees. Our roots are energetic. And they connect us with one another. They connect us with the earth, all of the energies. inherent therein. And I'd like you to imagine that the earth is feeding you through your roots. A clean, green, healing energy climbs up into the soles of your feet, up into your ankles, into your shins, into your knees, healing any inflammation, any pain, up into your legs, into your hips, and it moves up your spine, clearing and healing any pain and inflammation in your shoulders, down your arms, and the energy flows out your fingertips and up through the base of your neck, into your skull, and then down the front of your body, into your face and your neck, your chest, your abdomen, down the front of your legs, and it flows back into the earth through the soles of your feet and through your roots. And this energy is abundant, and you can access it every time or any time you need it. And now with deep breath, straighten your spine. And exhale as you release your legs forward. And you can shake them out a little. And as you're seated there with your legs extended, I'd like you to place your hands on your hips. And I'd like you to mindfully move your elbows together behind your back, just as far as you can go. And just so that it causes your chest to jut out in front of you. So we're going to awaken the heart chakra. Just feel that, your chest expanding. And then I'd like you to lift your head to the ceiling and expose your throat chakra and just waking them up and preparing them for Shavasana and the meditation. And while your face is looking at the ceiling, open your eyes and mouth wide and stretch your face. And then relax and release your head back down to neutral. Your elbows come back. And you can release the arms. And then slowly make your way to a tabletop position. Nice hands underneath your shoulders. Your knees are under your hips. And I'd like you to drop your spine into a U shape. So you're decompressing your entire spine from the base of the skull all the way down into your lumbar spine, your tailbone. And the way you release those last few vertebrae near your tailbone is just by wiggling your hips a little. And then you'll feel the discs decompress. So your spine is hanging, completely decompressed. All the tension has gone right out of it. And you just breathe as you maintain this lovely feeling of no tension, no pressure in your spine. And then with an inhalation, the spine curls up like a cat. An exhalation, release back down into the U shape. Inhalation, spine comes up, the hips come forward, the shoulders go back. Exhalation, the spine releases down, and this time the head comes up and you feel a nice pull down the front of your body. And I'd like you to do this a few more times following the rhythm of your own breath. So inhale, exhale, inhale, and release. Just do this a few more times and actually let the movement come from your spine so that you're using your core and your back core muscles to lift and then mindfully lower the spine. So the movement is coming from your spine. And one more, and then you will come to a flat back. Nice big hands again. And now we're going to drop right down onto our belly, place our chin on our hands as we prepare for Sphinx pose, a very ancient posture, and it has traditionally been known to heal and destroy disease in the body and bring heat to the body, and again, awaken the latent energies, the Kundalini, which begins at the base of the spine. And it's going to be a little intense, especially on your lower back. So it should never hurt. It might feel tight and intense, but if you feel sharp pains or pinching, you need to come back down onto your hands like this. Otherwise, we are going to begin at the feet, so the tops of our feet are down on the ground, the soles of the feet are facing up, the legs are slightly apart from each other, the buttocks are engaged to protect our lower back, and the pelvis is glued to the floor, and we're moving up, and you'll already start to feel a little curve in your back. So we're going to place our elbows underneath the shoulders and our forearms go flat on the floor, just like a sphinx. And here's where you will feel, your lower back in that intense stretch as your chest and your upper back purposefully, because your chest and your upper back purposefully become curved. Your neck is relaxed and elongated, and your eyes are gazing downward a couple of feet ahead of you on your mat or perhaps on the floor. Keep your buttocks tight, and if you can breathe through this for a few cycles of breath, it's very beneficial. And keep that. You'll feel tension in your spine, but your shoulders are very loose. They're down away from your ears. Your neck is very loose. Your pelvis is glued to the floor. And if you can do one more breath, that's amazing. And now we're going to release by placing our arms alongside the body, palms facing up, and coming down onto our right ear. And place your right ear on the mat and just release. So every single muscle in your body is released. Your shoulders come down, relax the jaw, close the eyes, your feet fall away from each other, release the buttocks, and just breathe. Just releasing any tension that the posture has created in your body. And lift your head and turn over so that your left ear is on the mat. And again, eyes are gently closed, release the jaw. Just let everything go. Enjoy the release. Nicely done. And now make your way onto your back and place your feet on the floor. Your knees are pointing to the ceiling and your arms are out in the shape of a T or a cross. And you're mindfully, carefully going to drop your knees over to the right. And then if you can, look over toward your left shoulder. And you'll feel a subtle twist in your spine. And this posture is again very passive. So we're in this. Once you get into the position of the supine twist, you do nothing. Once again, you fall into it. So you're releasing. And gravity and the posture are doing all the work. So as you're in this position, your internal organs are being massaged, and in particular, your lower intestine. And you're going to release, move your awareness down your spine, vertebra by vertebra, and let go of any tension that's still there. Even after 20 minutes of yoga, there's still tension in your body, and this is not even intense yoga. So release. It's as if you're falling asleep. And if you are using this practice to fall asleep and you wonder, well, how do I do the asanas? How do I do the postures if I'm using this to sleep? And the answer to that is you imagine you're doing them. So we know from studies that have been reproduced around the world that whether you imagine you're doing something or whether you're actually doing it, your brain activates the same muscles, doesn't really know the difference between real and not real. Now mindfully lift your knees, bring your head back to center, and you're going to drop your knees over to the left while you turn towards your right shoulder. And so if you're interested in what I just mentioned, you can Google exercise experiment and you'll see what I'm talking about. Your brain and your thoughts are very powerful. That's why it's important to monitor our self-talk, the thoughts that enter our mind, the thoughts we follow, because negative thoughts have a more seductive quality. They attract us more than a happy thought does. And tragedy attracts us more than beauty. Because when you see something beautiful, it almost takes your words and your thoughts and your breath away. So it causes that little bit of space where you feel peace. But a traumatic thought or a negative thought makes you follow it all over the place and causes anxiety and worry in your brain. So we have to be very mindful of what we follow in our thoughts. And come back to center. So your knees are back at center. Your head is back to neutral. And I'd like you to place a hand on each knee and then gently make these little circles to massage your lower back and release any tension that twist caused in your lower back. And you can go clockwise and then counterclockwise. And just feel the little massage in your lower back. And now Come back to center. And with a hand on each knee, I'd like you to open your knees up to either side of your body, exposing your pelvis to the sky. And this is a very vulnerable position for many people. This is our sacral chakra, and there's a lot of insecurity attached to it, a lot of fear and vulnerability. And it's also the seat of our creativity. The sacral chakra is where we allow pleasure and love and creativity to enter our lives. And those things are so connected to vulnerability. And we often equate vulnerability with weakness, so we hide, and we're taught to hide because we're taught to sit with our legs closed and cover up. And this exposing is hopefully going to help us make peace with our vulnerability so that we can live our most authentic lives and let the love and the joy and the passion and the creativity enter our lives. Now, with an inhalation, using your hands to bring your knees back together, and exhale your legs down onto your mat as we prepare for our corpse pose. And here we go. Make yourself very comfortable. Put a blanket or a pillow under your knees. Put on your favorite music if you want to. Feel yourself being supported by the earth on your mat. Let your feet fall away from each other, and your legs are just far enough apart so that your lower back is free of pressure. And you can move your head from side to side to release any tension in your neck, in your shoulders. Your arms are slightly away from your body, palms facing upward. And close the eyes. Release the forehead. Let your eyes sink deep into their sockets. Relax the muscles of the face. Release the jaw. Let your tongue fall to the back of your mouth. Relax the neck, the muscles of the throat. Relax the shoulders. Place them down on your mat. Feel them supported. Relax the biceps, the triceps, the elbows, the forearms, the wrists, the palms, the back of the hands, and let the relaxation flow out your fingertips. Relax the back, the spine. Move down your spine, releasing all the muscles around it, down into your lower back. Release the hips. Relax the buttocks. Relax the thighs. Let the knees unwind. Release the shins, the calves, the ankles, the arches of the feet, the soles of the feet. Release the chest. Relax the rib cage. Let it go. Release the abdomen. And if the abdomen is soft, you'll feel it rising and falling with the movement of your breath. Bring stillness to the mind. Imagine your thoughts as fluffy white clouds drifting in an endless blue sky. Just watch your thoughts float away. And bring your awareness into your heart, in the center of your chest. And think of all those whom you love and everyone who loves you. Imagine their smiling face. Hear their laughter in your ears. Melt into that feeling of loving someone. Feel that love expanding your chest and flowing through every cell in your body. And let that love overflow. Let it rise up from your body like a mist. And there's so much love that it fills the room. And as you inhale, you breathe the love back into yourself. And bring gratitude into your heart by thinking of all the things in your life that you're appreciative of. The air that you breathe, your favorite book, a comfy bed, a loyal pet. Be grateful for all the simple things in your life. And let's think about forgiveness now. Buddha says that holding resentment in your heart is like drinking poison and expecting someone else to die. Imagine what your life would be like if you could let go of all resent. Let go of grievances, of old hurts, of old pain. And perhaps you're not quite ready to forgive, and that's okay. Forgiveness is a process. But can you allow the space where one day you may consider the concept of forgiveness and what it would mean your life with an open heart, to live your life with an open heart. And bring your awareness back into your breath. Release the belly and feel the breath, how it flows like waves washing up on a beach. The abdomen rises with the inhale and lowers with the exhale. The air is cool as it enters your body and warm as you release it. And your breath is healing. It has the power to heal. And especially when you're in Shavasana, you're in corpse pose, you release everything that came before this very moment. You rest. You bring stillness to your mind, to your body, to your spirit. And in that stillness, your cells are renewed. Your body regenerates. Generates. And when you awaken, you are reborn. And as you follow your breath, imagine how it heals. And with each breath, you sink deeper and deeper into this healing, calm feeling. Be safe. Be nice. Namaste.